How's everybody tonight? Good. Good. Welcome to Stanford. Thanks for coming out, support local comedy. Hi to all my KC Redditors that came out tonight. Yeah. Woo! There you guys are. Ready to get started?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to talk a little bit about myself first because it's the only time anybody will ever talk about me. So, for 8 years, I dated a girl who was hotter than I was. She figured it out. I was sure she was the one for me, though. The first time we met, she went down on me and she hung the Star Wars theme. Yeah, I thought she was Mrs. Right. Turns out she's Mrs. I'm Right all the time. That's a big difference. It's a big difference. Our relationship was kind of weird, though. There were times we wouldn't talk for days. I just felt like it'd be rude to interrupt, So, our relationship fell, I think, for several reasons. We were always trying to teach each other things. Like I wanted to teach her that, she'd go to the bathroom by herself. It's okay. That silence is not deadly. That oral sex will not rip a hole in the space-time continuum. She wanted to teach me a few things. Like listening to her while I play Call of Duty is not quality time. She also wanted me to give up my dependency to remote control. I gotta have it. It's mine. She also really wanted me to stay awake after sex, and that was a tough one. She was into cats. You guys into cats? You love cats? Yeah. I'm a dog guy. Love my dog. I think if animals could write in diaries, a dog's would be like, I got petted today. It was the best day ever. I saw a squirrel today. It was the best day ever. You read a cat's diary and it's like day 972 of my captivity. I'm going to continue my regime of chemical and biological warfare. I'm going to pee on everything valuable and vomit in his bed. Tonight, when he gets up to pee, I'm going to go for that figure eight of death between his legs. Hopefully he'll die this time. I just mean, if you want to know who really loves you, put your cat, your dog, and your girlfriend in a bathroom for 12 hours and see who's happy to see you when you open the door. It's the dog. It's the dog. Look at my notes. The one thing I did learn from her, though, she taught me really well that arguing with her was a lot like being in the Special Olympics. Even if you win, you're still retarded. Oh God, I'm fat, tired. It's true. I've come to terms with it. I remember when I was skinny and the TVs were fat. Now I'm the fat one. It's terrible. But I wasn't always this fat. I wasn't. And people always ask me when I tell them that, they say, well, you used to be skinny. How did you get so fat? I was like, well, truth is, in the 80s, I was in a pro-drug campaign. It was like, if you quit doing cocaine, this could happen to you. Don't worry, I'm taking my prenatals. You know how hard it is to get laid when you have two fat, hairy, white asses? Man, life's rough for a fat guy. Life's rough. Things are hard, everyday things, like bending over, Every time I bend over, I take my life in my hands. There's no telling if I'm actually going to make it back up or not. And the hazards of walking, no way. I had a fat guy friend walk to the mailbox one day, thighs had so much friction, they exploded. Now we call them stubs. I don't know about you, but I'm ready for my rascal. Let's do it. I met a hot waitress at the bar the other night. And she's like, you know, if you were 20 or 30 pounds lighter, I would sleep with you. I thought about it for a minute, and I was like, can I just get the chili cheese fries and a chocolate shake? Pussy's not enough motivation to get me to work out anymore. We're past that stage. Dating's hard though, you know. As a fat guy, I try to do what I can, try to be funny, you know. But that's risky business, you know. When you're chunky, you get to laugh a little hard. Sometimes a little fart comes out. You can't help it. And correct me if I'm wrong, but that breaks it. That's a deal breaker at that point. You know, there's no recovering from that. So I try other things too, like, you know, I try to talk about the fact that I have a sex swing and a $200 glass dildo called a juicer. But how do you work that into casual conversation? You know? I'm just hoping there's some girl out there that's like, well, he's kind of chunky, but he's funny, and that juicer thing sounds amazing. Like, hopefully. And that conversation always leads to that awkward moment. You know, after you say, you know, I have a glass dildo. She's like, it's kind of like when you're eating a banana and you accidentally make eye contact with your buddy. It's awkward, what do you do? So as you can imagine, I'm a big fan of internet porn. So what I started doing is I just put a pair of bra and panties on my laptop. So at least I feel like there's a little foreplay before we get started. You know, a little romance, like a candle. And I always carry wet naps on me. You know, that company should rename their slogan. It should be wet naps for the masturbator on the go. Make money. I have figured out my problem though in relationships. One of my big problems, I think, is that I've been in a committed relationship for 30 years with bacon. It's true. But and I'm also into skinny chicks, and that's just rough, you know. Skinny girls aren't into fat guys, even though we're the only ones that can pull off the rocking horse sexual position. But fundamentally, you know, I just feel like we can't both be fat, right? I mean, somebody's got to be able to see what's going on down there. My name's John Bourgeois. Thanks for letting me come out and talk to you.
John Bourgeois, everybody. John Bourgeois.